actress Megan Fox speaking for the first time about a heartbreaking pregnancy loss. Kane and Whitworth got a chance to sit down with her to talk about that and Megan's debut book called Pretty Boys Are Poisonous. Ain't that the truth? Good morning again, Kato.
Megan Fox is no stranger to the spotlight. From her iconic roles in blockbuster movies to her unforgettable red carpet moments, she has long been a fixture of Hollywood. But her latest venture has taken fans by surprise, and for all the right reasons. Megan has traded the glitz and glamour of the big screen for the written word, releasing her debut poetry book, Pretty Boys Are Poisonous. This unexpected creative pivot has sparked curiosity across the internet. Why poetry? Why now? And how does this new artistic chapter connect with her public persona, which is often defined by bold confidence and enigmatic allure? In this video, we're diving into the origins of Megan's literary journey, exploring the deeply personal themes in her writing, and unpacking the fan and critical reactions to this bold new direction. But why Megan Fox chose poetry? For many fans, the announcement of Pretty Boys Are Poisonous came out of left field. Known for her strong, confident presence in Hollywood, Megan hasn't previously been associated with the world of poetry. However, those familiar with her interviews and social media posts might see this as a natural progression. In a heartfelt statement about the book, Megan revealed, "I spent my entire life keeping the secrets of men. My body aches from carrying the weight of their sins." These words hint at the emotional and personal depth that runs through her poetry. For Megan, this book is not just a creative outlet, it's a form of catharsis. Her decision to share these deeply vulnerable pieces reflects her desire to connect with fans on a more personal level, moving beyond the roles and headlines that have long defined her public image. Pretty Boys Are Poisonous is no ordinary celebrity project. It's a raw, introspective collection of poems that explore themes of love, betrayal, pain, and healing. Through her writing, Megan delves into the darker corners of her experiences, including the emotional toll of toxic relationships and the challenges of living in the public eye. Readers have noted that her poetic style is both bold and unfiltered, echoing her unapologetic persona. The verses are filled with striking imagery and raw emotion, painting a vivid picture of her inner world. One poem that has garnered particular attention includes lines about feeling devoured by love and reborn through self-discovery, a sentiment that resonates with fans who have followed her personal journey. Some have even compared Megan's poetic voice to other contemporary poets like Rupi Kaur, noting the similar focus on themes of empowerment and healing. However,
not an expose that I wrote or a memoir.
You're not here to name names.
Yeah, but throughout my life, I have been in at least one physically abusive relationship and several psychologically very abusive relationships. I've only been publicly connected to a few people.
Correct.
That I shared energy with, I guess we could say, who were horrific people and also very famous.
Megan's Hollywood background and personal experiences give her work a unique edge, blending the poetic with the cinematic in a way that feels refreshingly distinct. Since its release, Pretty Boys Are Poisonous has sparked a range of reactions. Many fans have praised Megan for showing a more vulnerable side of herself, applauding her courage to step into a completely new creative field. Social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter have been flooded with quotes from the book, with fans expressing how much her words resonate with them. One fan wrote, "This is the Megan Fox we've been waiting to see, raw, real, and unfiltered." Another commented, "Who knew she had this in her? Her poetry feels like she's speaking directly to my soul." These heartfelt responses show just how deeply her work has connected with readers.
He can be a lot of different things and a lot of different people at any given moment, but he has a really pure soul and he can be very vulnerable, which is what I think you experienced that day, where there was a breakthrough where he wasn't behind his ego and he was just like.
However, not everyone has been quick to embrace Megan's literary debut. Some critics have questioned whether her fame might overshadow her talent as a poet. Others have suggested that the book's themes are too heavy-handed or lack subtlety. But for the most part, even skeptics acknowledge the bravery it takes for someone in Megan's position to share such personal, unguarded work with the world. What makes Pretty Boys Are Poisonous particularly fascinating is how it ties into Megan's larger public narrative. Over the years, she has been both celebrated and scrutinized for her beauty, relationships, and outspoken nature.
The person who actually told me I should write a poetry book is Coulson.
And the last two poems in the book describe for the first time a heartbreaking pregnancy loss that Fox says she and Coulson Baker, the musician known as Machine Gun Kelly, faced together.
I had never been through anything like that before in my life. I have 3 kids, so it was very difficult for both of us. And it sent us on a very wild journey together and separately and together and apart and together and apart and together and apart, trying to navigate what does this mean and why did this happen.
And the poem she's the most proud of, To Marry an arsonist.
True love.
In many ways, her poetry feels like a response to the way she's been perceived, a way of reclaiming her story on her own terms. The book's title itself, Pretty Boys Are Poisonous, seems to echo Megan's past experiences with love and heartbreak. While she doesn't name names, fans can't help but wonder if her verses are inspired by high-profile relationships or the pressures of being a public figure. Megan has always had a knack for keeping people guessing, and this book is no exception. With the release of Pretty Boys Are Poisonous, fans are left wondering, is this the start of a new chapter for Megan Fox? Will she continue to explore poetry or venture into other forms of creative expression? Some have speculated that she might embark on a book tour, hosting readings or Quanda sessions where fans can engage with her work more directly. Others believe this could be a stepping stone to future projects, perhaps a memoir or even a screenplay inspired by her poetry. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Megan is more than just a Hollywood star. She's an artist who refuses to be boxed in, constantly surprising fans with her versatility and depth. Megan Fox's journey into poetry is a reminder that celebrities are more than their public personas. With Pretty Boys Are Poisonous, she's opened a window into her soul, inviting fans to see a side of her that's rarely been visible before. But now we want to hear from you. Have you read Megan's poetry? What do you think of her creative pivot? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Celeb Glam for more thoughtful takes on celebrity stories, artistic journeys, and everything in between. Until next time, remember, even in a world of glittering facades, there's always more than meets the eye.